of Amanda's British roommate. 21-year-old Meredith Kircher is discovered behind a locked door.
Within days, the suspicions of Italian investigators turned to one of her roommates, 20-year-old Amanda Knox. Her boyfriend, Raffaele Solicito, who she claimed to have spent the evening with.
Police zeroed in on them as potential suspects, finding their behavior odd.
One Italian commentator described her as having the face of an angel, but the eyes of a killer. Media interest, both Italian and international, was intense throughout the trial, fed by headlines that labeled Ms. Knox Foxy Knoxy.
Images of Amanda with her boyfriend, Raffaele Solicito, taken just outside the murder scene, and the next day at a lingerie store, were used to define and condemn her.
Prosecutors allege that Kircher died during what began as a sex game.
Both Knox and Solicito insist they are innocent. But prosecutors say that Knox's DNA was on the knife handle, and Solicito's DNA was found on Kircher's bra. In just 1 week, Seattle-born Amanda Knox will stand trial in an Italian court.
Tonight, jurors delivered a guilty verdict against Amanda Knox. Her former boyfriend was also found guilty.
Amanda is sentenced to 26 years in prison.
Well, Amanda appealed. She refused to give up on her chance at freedom, and eventually she got it. But it wasn't without a lot of back and forth and a lot of international drama.
Did Amanda Knox do it?
When it comes to an appeal, we've heard a lot that Amanda Knox could have a much better chance at an appeal there than she would in the United States.
The case has completely fallen away. There was never any real DNA evidence, no reliable eyewitnesses.
Amanda Knox and Raffaele Solicito have been acquitted of the murder of Meredith Kircher. For nearly 4 years, they've been in prison.
A scientific panel appointed by the court finds that the DNA used to convict Amanda is unreliable.
Knox returned to her hometown of Seattle a free woman. But last January, Italy's highest appeals court found the pair guilty again.
And nobody was expecting the judge today to overturn that acquittal. Everybody's saying, well, we thought that he was all over.
If the court decides to uphold its conviction, Italy could ask the U.S. to extradite Knox from Seattle.
They'll have to catch me and pull me back, kicking and screaming.
There is relief this morning for Amanda Knox. Yesterday, Italy's highest court overturned her murder conviction. Knox and her ex-boyfriend were twice convicted and now twice acquitted.
I'm incredibly grateful for what has happened, for the justice I've received, for the support that I've had from everyone. You saved my life.
Well, Amanda is here today because she is passionate about a case that I have been tirelessly fighting for. The case of death row inmate Rodney Reed. His story has grabbed America's attention. After more than 2 decades behind bars, Reed was facing execution, despite the fact that multiple witnesses have come forward with evidence that may prove his innocence. I've been an advocate for Rodney Reed, and I sat down with him on death row for an exclusive interview. I have since made it my mission to bring his case into the spotlight.
An execution date now set for Texas death row inmate Rodney Reed.
Reed was convicted of the rape and murder of 19-year-old Stacy Stites. That crime happened in 1996.
Reed is black. The 19-year-old victim was a white woman. Reed's supporters believe race played a part in the verdict and that DNA of his semen in Stacy Stites' body was from several hours prior to her death. Reed's defense was not allowed to question several DNA issues in this case.
When DNA was found in Stacy that matched Rodney Reed, the prosecution told the jury that Rodney was the murderer. But what if it's not that simple? I traveled to Livingston, Texas, to death row to visit Rodney Reed. Did you rape and murder Stacy Stites?